Good morning, student. Today we are going to start our next chapter, that is chapter number 9, coordination compounds. In previous chapter, we had completed discussion about the first chapter, that is solid state. Coordination compound, this particular chapter carries total 5 marks according to new syllabus. Okay? And with option, it carries 7 marks. Before starting discussion about this chapter in detail, first I would like to inform you the deleted portion or non-evaluating portion of this chapter. Note down that in reduced syllabus, the deleted and non-evaluative portion is 9.9.6 CFT crystal field theory, then 9.9.7 factor affecting crystal field splitting parameters, then 9.9.8 color of the octahedral complexes, and 9.9.9 that is tetrahedral complexes. Okay, so these are the particular topics which are deleted from the syllabus for this year in reduced syllabus. Now, what is coordination chemistry and what are coordination compound? Now we'll start discussion about the chapter that is coordination compound. See, coordination chemistry is a very amazing branch of chemistry, inorganic chemistry especially. Scientists found so much challenges in study, in determination of structure of these coordination compounds, as well as in the study of physical and chemical properties of these coordination complexes. So coordination chemistry is the most amazing field of inorganic chemistry and also challenging branch of chemistry in terms of study of complex structure of coordination compound as well as their unique physical and chemical properties, like why these complexes are colored, what are their magnetic properties, what is their geometry, which type of isomerism is shown by them. All these particular things are studied in the branch of inorganic chemistry that is coordination chemistry. So coordination chemistry is the branch of chemistry which deals with the study of coordination compounds or complex compound, their structure, their geometry, their physical, chemical properties, stoichiometric properties is known as coordination chemistry. वर्नाकुलर मीडियम्स समझ में आया? इनऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री की वो ब्रांच जो कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड्स की स्टडी करती है, जिसमें कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड की स्टडी की जाती है. क्या क्या स्टडी करते हैं हम कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड का? उनकी ज्योमेट्री, उनका स्ट्रक्चर, उनकी फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज़, उनकी केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज़, उनकी उनकी स्टीरियोकेमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज़, ऑप्टिकल प्रॉपर्टीज़, ओके, आइसोमेरिज्म, ज्योमेट्रिकल आइसोमेरिज्म, स्टीरियो आइसोमेरिज्म, ये सारी चीज़ें जिसमें हम डील करते हैं, जिस ब्रांच ऑफ केमिस्ट्री में हम डील करते हैं, उस ब्रांच ऑफ केमिस्ट्री को ही हम क्या कहते हैं? कोऑर्डिनेशन केमिस्ट्री. So again I am repeating the definition. The branch of chemistry which deals with the study of coordination compound or complex compound is known as coordination chemistry. Now generally you will find, if you observe that, then you will find that most of the coordination compounds are made up of or are generated by transition metal elements. Yeah, there are so many other elements also which produce coordination compound or complex compound. Coordination compounds are only known as complex compound. But the number is very less. Maximum or most of the coordination complexes, coordination compound or complex compounds are generated by transition metal element. Why is it so? Because transition metal elements have some unique properties, such as they show variable oxidation state. Transition metals show variable oxidation state. Transition metal element made available vacant d orbital to gain the lone pair of electrons from certain electron donating groups. And due to these particular unique properties of transition metal elements, generally transition metal elements form large number of coordination compound or complex compound. While other metal elements also generate coordination compound like sodium, it also generates earth means alkali metals, alkali earth metal also, some p block elements also, but the number is very less. Mostly it is generated, mostly coordination complexes, coordination compounds are generated by transition metal elements. Then when we're talking about the coordination chemistry, then first term which come in our mind, that is coordination compounds. See, coordination compounds are widely distributed in nature in the form of minerals, in the form of various compounds or complex compound, in plants, animals, and also they are performing various important biological function, as well as these compound also play important role in various industries, pharmaceutical industries. See, in water purification, we are using ROs to convert hard water into soft water. There also these complexes are utilized for softening of water. Then in dye industry, these complexes are used. In metallurgical industry, for extraction of noble metal elements, these complexes are used. So these complexes or coordination compounds or complex compound have various applications, utility, importance in various industries in our day-to-day life, in our biological processes, in our physiological processes. They play very important role. Just take one example. For photosynthesis, from lower class we are saying that in plants chlorophyll is responsible for photosynthesis. This chlorophyll pigment which involves in photosynthesis contain complex compounds or coordination compound which helps in the process of photosynthesis. In our blood, hemoglobin, which helps in transportation or exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide during the process of respiration. This hemoglobin is what? It is again a complex compound or coordination compounds of iron, Fe. Cisplatin, which is utilized in the treatment of cancer in the process of chemotherapy. What is it? It is the complex compound or coordination compound of platinum. So these coordination compounds have wide applications in our day-to-day life, in industry, in pharmaceutical industry. So let's start discussion about the first term, that is coordination compound. What do you mean by coordination compounds? See, when we are talking about the coordination compound, this coordination compound is mainly made up of two components. One is central metal atom or ion, and second one the neutral molecule, anions or rarely cations surrounding this central metal atom or ion. Okay, so these are what? Two components. One is central metal atom or ion, and second one the surrounding molecule, neutral molecule. It may be neutral, they may be neutral molecule, they may be cations, they may be anions. Cations are rarely found, okay, but anions and neutral molecules are so common around this central metal atom or ion. So coordination compound mainly made up of these two components, central metal atom or ion, or the anion, neutral molecule, or sometimes cation surrounding this central metal atom or ion. So what will be the definition of coordination compound? A coordination compound consists of central metal atom or ion surrounded by a number of oppositely charged ions or neutral molecules and rarely positively charged ion. Some examples you know very well, that is potassium ferrocyanide, then cisplatin, then tetramine dichloro, copper second. These are the certain examples. There are so many coordination compounds. Out of them, 2-3 I have selected for example over here. Now look at cisplatin structure. Look at the structure of cisplatin. Okay, this cisplatin is used in chemotherapy of chemotherapy for the treatment of cancer. In this coordination compound cisplatin, you can see the formula PTNH3 twice Cl2. In this cisplatin, central metal atom or ion is platinum. Central metal ion, here platinum is 2 positively charged. So central metal ion is platinum, which is surrounded by 2 neutral molecule ammonia and 2 anion, chloride anions. In cisplatin, central metal ion platinum is surrounded by 2 neutral molecule ammonia and 2 anion, chloride ions. And this platinum ion with 2 ammonia molecule with 2 chloride ion generate a compound which is known as coordination compound. Okay, in this central metal ion platinum is surrounded by 2 ammonia molecule, 2 chloride anion. Okay, these particular ammonia molecule, chloride, anion, they are known as ligands, which are directly linked with central metal ion platinum through coordinate covalent bond. And due to this coordinate covalent bond, because these ligands, these surrounding molecule anions are bonded with central metal atom or ion through coordinate covalent bond, this compound is known as coordination compound or coordinate compound. Clear why it is known as coordinate compound? Because in the formation of this compound, coordinate covalent bond is formed. The various ligand, the various surrounding molecules and anions are attached with central metal atom or ion through coordinate covalent bond, or you can say simply coordinate bond. That's why these compounds are known as coordinate compound or coordination compound. During the formation of coordination compound, generally what happens? The electron pair is shared or contributed by ligand to the central metal atom or ion, where ligand is a donor atom and central metal atom or ion is a acceptor atom or acceptor entity. That's why what happened? This coordination bond, which is represented by an arrow directed from ligand towards the central metal atom or ion. वर्नाकुलर मीडियम समझ में आया? इसमें क्या होता है, जो लीगेंड्स हैं वो क्या कर रहे हैं, लोन पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन को डोनेट कर रहे हैं, किसको, सेंट्रल मेटल एटम को. तो लीगेंड क्या हुए, डोनर एटम हुए, डोनर एंटिटीज हुई. और जो सेंट्रल मेटल एटम या आयन वो क्या है, एक्सेप्टर एंटिटीज हैं, गेन कर रहे हैं इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर को ड्यूरिंग द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ कोऑर्डिनेट कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड. तो इसलिए ये जो कोऑर्डिनेट कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड है ये कैसा होता है, हम एरो के फॉर्म में शो करते हैं. इट इज डिनोटेड बाय एरो. और ये डायरेक्शन कैसी रहेगी एरो की, डोनर टू एक्सेप्टर, यानी फ्रॉम लीगेंड्स टू सेंट्रल मेटल एटम और आयन. ओके. जनरली सेंट्रल मेटल एटम और आयन इज इलेक्ट्रॉन डेफिशिएंट स्पीशीज which can accept lone pair of electron, and this ligand is generally electron rich species which can donate lone pair of electron to central metal atom or ion to form the coordinate covalent bond. Okay, and that's why in coordination compound a metal ion in the center is common. Metal ion or atom remains at the center and ligands surround this central metal atom and they utilize their lone pair of electron to form bond with central metal atom or ion. ठीक है. सेंट्रल मेटल एटम या आयन क्या है, जनरली इलेक्ट्रॉन डेफिशिएंट स्पीशीज हैं जो इलेक्ट्रॉन को क्या कर सकती हैं, एक्सेप्ट कर सकती हैं. और लीगेंड क्या है, इलेक्ट्रॉन रिच स्पीशीज हैं जो इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर को डोनेट कर सकते हैं. तो इसलिए कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड में सेंटर में क्या रहेगा, हमेशा सेंट्रल में आपका जो मेटल एटम या आयन है वो प्रेजेंट रहेगा और उसके चारों ओर क्या रहेंगे, आपके लीगेंड्स प्रेजेंट रहेंगे जो क्या करेंगे, लोन पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन को सेंट्रल मेटल एटम या आयन को डोनेट करेंगे और उसके थ्रू वो क्या बनाएंगे, सेंट्रल मेटल एटम या आयन के साथ कोऑर्डिनेट बॉन्ड बनाएंगे. फॉर एग्जांपल इन सिस्प्लेटिन द प्लेटिनम आयन is present at the center and is surrounded by 4 entities, 4 ligands, 2 neutral ammonia molecule, 2 chloride and ion, which donates lone pair of electron to platinum 2 ion, platinum 2 positive ion, and form coordinate covalent bond with platinum ion. So arrow is directed from ammonia or chloride to platinum. It will be more clear with the help of diagram. In next particular slide, I am going to show you the diagram of cisplatin, Lewis structure of cisplatin. Here you can see the chloride anions and ammonia molecule giving lone pair of electron to Pt2+. Okay, so that's why the arrow is directed from ammonia or chloride anion to platinum. 2 isomers are shown over here, cis form, cis and trans. Okay, that we will discuss in detail about the isomerism. Only here I would like to make the clear the coordinate covalent bond, how it is shown. I would like to make this idea clear how this coordinate covalent bond is represented in a complex structure or a coordination compound. So you can see here the 4 arrows are directed from ligand to central metal ion, which donates lone pair of electron to central metal ion and forms coordinate covalent bond. Okay, so in this way, in a coordination compound, a coordinate linkage is generated between the central metal atom or ion and ligand surrounding it. Now if we will discuss it in terms of Lewis acid base theory, which we had discussed in 3rd chapter, ionic equilibrium. There we had discussed about the Arrhenius theory, Bronsted-Lowry theory and Lewis theory. So according to Lewis acid base theory, you know very well, Lewis acids are those which can accept lone pair of electron. Electron pair acceptors are Lewis acid and electron pair donors are Lewis bases. So here you can see ligands are electron pair donors. So they are what? Lewis base. And central metal atom or ion, they are electron pair acceptors. Central metal ions or atoms, they are electron pair acceptors. So according to Lewis acid base theory, they are Lewis acids. Central metal ion or atom, Lewis acids. Ligands are Lewis bases. Clear? Now we have to start discussion about the certain important terms which are utilized in coordination compound. Okay. First, that is ligands. Now we have used so many times this particular term, ligands. So what is the exact definition of ligand? Now you got the idea about the ligand. Okay, so you can easily understood any particular species, maybe neutral molecule, anion, or rarely cation, which can donate lone pair of electron to form the coordinate covalent bond with central metal atom, is known as ligand. क्लियर हुआ? वर्नाकुलर मीडियम, ऐसा कोई भी स्पीशीज, चाहे वो फिर एनायन हो, चाहे न्यूट्रल मॉलिक्यूल हो, या बहुत ही कम एक ही दो हैं ऐसे केटाइन जो क्या है लिगेंड की तरह बिहेव करते हैं, वो केटाइन जिनके पास क्या है लोन पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन है, जो वो सेंट्रल मेटल एटम को डोनेट करके उसके साथ कोऑर्डिनेट कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड बना सकते हैं, ऐसी सारी स्पीशीज क्या कहलाएंगी? लिगेंड। क्लियर हुआ? कोई भी स्पीशीज जिसके पास क्या है, लोन पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन है डोनेट करने के लिए, कोऑर्डिनेट कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड बनाने के लिए सेंट्रल मेटल एटम के साथ, वो क्या कहलाएगी, लीगेंड। क्लियर हुआ? सो लीगेंड इज आयन और मॉलिक्यूल विच डोनेट अ पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन टू द central metal atom or ion to form coordinate complex or coordinate covalent bond, and coordination complex is known as ligand. Okay, so ligand is a particular species which can donate lone pair of electron and form coordinate covalent bond with central metal atom to form coordination complex. Now ligands may be, as I told, 3 type of ligands are possible over there. Okay, as I told, it may be anion, it may be neutral molecule, or it may be cation, rarely but. So ligands can be of 3 types: anion, cation, and neutral molecule on the basis of charge. Okay, and they behave as a lone pair donor or Lewis bases. Now these ligands again can be classified on the basis of donor site in different categories. Mainly on the basis of donor site means number of lone pair of electron available on the ligand molecule. They are mainly classified in 2 categories: monodentate ligand and bidentate. This is the most common classification of ligand, that is classification of ligand on the basis of their donor sites or binding sites. Okay, by which they can donate lone pair of electron to central metal atom and for coordinate covalent bond. So on the basis of number of donor site, binding sites, these ligands are classified in mainly 2 categories. Number 1 monodentate ligand and second one polydentate ligand. Again polydentate ligand is classified on the basis of donor site in different categories like bidentate ligand, tridentate ligand, tetradentate ligand, pentadentate ligand, hexadentate ligand, up to hexadentate ligand. Okay, now first we will deal with the first type of ligand, that is monodentate ligand. From name, dentate means site, mono means one. So those ligands which have only one donor site or binding site, or which carries only one lone pair of electron through which it can form coordinate covalent bond with central metal atom. Okay, those ligands are known as monodentate ligand. वर्नाकुलर मीडियम क्लियर हुआ? मोनो का मतलब क्या होता है? वन, डेंटेट मीन्स साइट। तो ऐसे सारे लिगेंड जिनके पास एक ही बाइंडिंग साइट है, एक ही डोनर साइट है, यानी क्या है, उनके पास एक ही लोन पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन है, जिसको वो क्या कर सकते हैं, सेंट्रल मेटल एटम के साथ शेयर कर सकते हैं, उसको डोनेट कर सकते हैं और उसके साथ एक कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड बना सकते हैं। ऐसे सारे लिगेंड क्या कहलाएंगे? मोनोडेंटेट ligand. Okay, so monodentate ligands is the one where a single donor atom share an electron pair to form coordinate bond with the central metal ion or atom. That is known as monodentate ligand. Okay, a monodentate ligand is one where a single donor atom share an electron pair to form coordinate bond with central metal ion or atom. एक ही एटम, यानी एक ही एटम के ऊपर क्या है, एक लोन पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन है, जिसके थ्रू वो क्या बनाएगा, एक सिंगल कोऑर्डिनेट बॉन्ड बनाएगा, किसके साथ, सेंट्रल मेटल एटम के साथ। तो वो कहलाएगा मोनोडेंटेट लिगेंड। Again, these monodentate ligands are neutral, cationic or anionic. Okay, so the neutral monodentate ligands. First we will see the list of neutral monodentate ligands. First, that is ammonia, amine, NH3. Nitrogen atom carries one lone pair of electron, okay, which can be donated to central metal atom. Second, aqua, water. Oxygen possesses two lone pair of electron, but out of these two it can donate only one at a time. So that's why it is also a monodentate ligand. Okay. Then next, that is carbonyl group. It is carbon monoxide actually. Carbonyl, you can say it. Okay. So carbon atom possesses one lone pair of electron in CO and one lone pair electron present on oxygen. But because oxygen is highly electronegative, so okay, over here, so electron in compared to carbon, electron density will be greater on oxygen. Then nitrosyl group, NO. Then methylamine, N. Nitrogen atom possesses lone pair of electron. In nitrosyl, generally through oxygen, electron pair is donated. Then pyridine, C5H5N. Here also nitrogen atom possesses lone pair of electron which can be donated to the central metal atom and form coordinate covalent bond. So amine, aqua, carbonyl, nitrosyl, methylamine and pyridine, these are the neutral monodentate ligand. Okay. Then next, that is next one, that is anionic monodentate ligand. One, fluoro, F minus. Fluorine has 4 lone pair of electrons. Fluoride ion possesses 4 lone pair of electrons, out of which only one can be donated. You see the name, structures. I am going to show you some of the monodentate ligand structure. I am going to show you in next slide, so you will come to know about the lone pair of electron. Chloride ion also having 4 lone pair of electron around it. It can donate only one at a time. Bromide also 4 lone pair of electron, but can donate only one lone pair of electron. That's why they are monodentate ligand. Iodide, 4 lone pair of electron around it. Oxide, okay, O2, each oxygen, O2 minus, this is oxoanion, O2 minus oxoanion. So oxygen anion, oxide anion present contain 4 lone pair of electron around it. Cyanide, in cyanide also 1 lone pair on carbon, 1 lone pair on nitrogen. Generally through nitrogen it donates lone pair of electron. Isocyano NC, if the electron donor site is carbon, then it is isocyano. If donor atom is nitrogen, cyano. If donor atom is carbon, isocyano. Okay, so in this way it is. Then hydroxo, oxygen atom possesses 3 lone pair of electron through which the electron pair is donated. Then sulfate, sulfato, sulfate anion, each oxygen possesses, see the structure has 2, if you will observe the structure, 2 oxygens are bonded with sulfur by double bond and 2 through single bond. Okay, and those 2 oxygen possess 2 lone pair of 6 lone pair, 3 lone pair, 6 electron, that is 3 lone pair around that. So those 2 oxygen which carries negative charge can donate lone pair of electron. Out of them, any one. Thiosulfato, nitro or nitrito. Okay, if it is bonded with nitrogen, it will be nitro, and oxygen, then it will be nitrito. Then thiocyanato and isothiocyanato. If bonding site is nitrogen, it will be isothiocyanato, and if it is sulfate, then it will be thiocyanato. Okay, so these are the monodentate ligand. Clear? Fluoro, chloro, monodentate anionic ligand. Fluoro, chloro, bromo, iodo, oxo, cyano, isocyano, hydroxo, sulfato, then thiosulfato, nitro, nitrito, thiocyanato, isothiocyanato. Okay, so these are the various monodentate ligands. Then see, donor sites are different. Then next category of monodentate ligand is cationic monodentate ligand. Cationic monodentate ligands are two only. One is NO plus nitrosilium and N2H5 5 positive, that is hydrazinium. These two are the cationic monodentate ligand. Nitrosilium NO1 plus and hydrazinium N2H5 5 positive charge. These are hydrazinium. These are the two monodentate cationic ligand. Okay, then some anionic monodentate ligand structure I would like to show you. Lewis structure. So see the Lewis structure of monodentate anionic ligand. See fluoride and some neutral ligands are also there. So this is fluorido, fluoride anion, 4 lone pair of electron having one negative. Chloride 4 lone pair of electron, bromide 4 lone pair of electron, iodide 4 lone pair of electron, but it can donate only one lone pair at a time. Oxide 4 lone pair of electron. Hydroxyl, oxygen carries 3 lone pair of electron, but it can donate only one. Then aqua, okay, 2 lone pair of electron, but can donate only one. Amine, 1 lone pair of electron on nitrogen. Okay, oxygen molecule, this is carbonyl group. Actually carbon dioxide, you can say it is carbonyl group. 1 lone pair on carbon, 1 lone pair on oxygen, then it is carbon dioxide. Okay, 2 lone pair on each oxygen atom, 2 lone pair on each oxygen atom. Then this is cyanide, C triple bond, and C also contain 1 lone pair of electron, nitrogen also contain 1 lone pair of electron having negative charge, thine. Then thiocyanide. Okay, then this is sulfate, thiosulfate, 2 negative charge. Okay, so these are the structures of some neutral and anionic monodentate ligand. In next lecture I will show you the next category of ligands, that is bidentate, tridentate, tetra, hexa and so on. Okay, up to hexa only generally polydentate ligand are observed, found in nature. Okay, so in next lecture we will continue the remaining types of ligands. Okay, thank you.